Hey guys, welcome to
Hello.
Monday Night Live.
You're gonna have to push yourself in a little bit there, buddy.
No, I got my fat butt in here. That's all I get.
Hello, everybody, and welcome
I
to Monday night.
don't know if everybody else woke up to a chilly morning, but I sure did.
Yeah, it was really cold this morning. Yes. All right, so you want to go to chat and see who's here?
Sure.
Okie dokie. So we have Grace. Hello, Grace. How are you? Hello, Marilyn. How are you? Little Homestead by the Beach. Oh, we got Darren and Bridget.
Hey
Hello,
guys.
Thornhaven. Kicking it with Harold and friends. Hello. Hope everyone is doing well. We are doing well. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, we're probably a bit blurry, but that's okay.
It's just because we have the subpar internet, but that's the best that can be had out here in the boonies.
Yes. We did see a post on our local buy and sell group for somebody to help them install Elon Musk because they are coming soon, but we haven't got word on that yet.
No. I would love to hear from Elon Musk that's coming, but no.
Nope.
Sadly, that is not the case yet.
No. So how was everybody's holidays? I hope you guys all had a good time. And yeah.
Yeah, I was able to finish insulating the barn and putting up the vapor barrier.
Yep. Which is good. I managed to burn my hand pretty good.
Oh my goodness, did you ever?
I did. I've had a great month between what was going on with my head, which we still don't know. The swelling's gone, which is good. But I still have a hard bump on that area. So I don't know. The hospital never called me back. A lot of people have been asking how it's doing, but the hospital never called me back. So yeah.
On an upswing or a higher note, we started putting the logs on for the house.
Yes, that video will be up probably Friday, I would say.
Yeah.
We're starting to build the house. So we had to pick out where we wanted all of our outlets on the it's interior. Okay, you explain it.
So the exterior walls, we had to mark all the placement and measurements for our outlets on the inside so that we can bore into the logs and fish the wire through and everything else and get everything right.
Yes. So we have a lot of stuff mapped out, which is good because we need a house. I am so sick and tired of being in this trailer. We need a house. I want a kitchen, I think, more than anything, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get the gumption up to cook or anything or bake or anything in here.
Yep. I definitely lost that, and I don't know. Well, it's in a kitchen somewhere that's not built yet.
Now, I was able to pull it up out of the snow, and we have this one steel what is it, shelf system that we got when she used to work at a pet store.
Yep.
And so I was able to get that up out of the ice and snow and put that up in here. So I've brought in a few different boxes, and we're going to start to sort things out and get everything kind of organized in here.
Yes. Yeah. Because another thing, too, we got to keep in mind that the trailer where all of our stuff is stored in, we have to get all the cardboard boxes out of there because, it holds moisture. So it's time to start bringing all that stuff in. I mean, it was probably time a month or two ago, but we definitely got to start bringing everything from that trailer into the barn and storing it all in here. So, yeah. So, hello, Tracy. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, sister?
Thank you. Yes, it's exciting to see. What are the first two logs down now?
Yeah, so it does. The first two courses take the longest because we're notching out where the bolts are that mount everything to the actual foundation, and we're also trying to measure out for the outlets and everything else, and then we're running a router through them to get them ready to fish wire around. So the first two courses take the longest. After that, it's like you blink and you got a house.
Yeah, you got to make sure they're set properly and all of the placement for things, because it's much easier to cut it when it's like just the one log, right?
Yeah.
Instead of having the entire house and then trying to figure out where everything goes. So we're trying to do all that beforehand, so that it's much easier. So Grace went camping on Christmas Day, 72 Fahrenheit. Where did you go camping where it was 72?
Wow. That would have been nice.
Not here. That's awesome about starting the house. Yes, I'm very, very excited. The logs are out of the plastic. And yes, let's just say hurry up. Hurry up. You know what? I think I'm excited because so the barn is huge. It's huge. And the other day I was sitting out by the fire and I was like, oh my goodness. So the wall on each side of the barn lengthwise is 40 feet. And we'd put pillars every 8 feet. And so I'm like, if we just took off one 8-foot section wall, that's our front of the house. That's huge. You mean to tell me my kitchen's this big? It was crazy to me. And because where we were before was so small. So I'm going to have, compared to where we were, I'm going to have a lot of counter space and cupboard space and a pantry. So I don't know if we've ever discussed everything that's going in on the main floor.
I'm not sure if we have. I thought we did, because we actually put up the remember when we were putting up the picture of the blueprint and everything?
That was the one we drew, but that wasn't the finished plans. That wasn't where we sent it to get professionally done.
Okay.
That wasn't there. So on our main floor, we're going to have a bedroom that's 12 by 11 and a half.
I think so.
Around there. We're going to have a laundry room, a fairly decent sized bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, stairs, obviously, to go upstairs, a walk-in closet for our bedroom, and a walk-in pantry as well. And so I'm excited to have a laundry room, a pantry, and everything all on one level. Plus, we're going to have 2 bedrooms upstairs.
At least.
2 bedrooms and then a big loft area. So, yes, it's time. It's just time. And now that I have that visual of how big my kitchen's going to be, I am so excited. Visual. Yeah, it's the visual. I definitely need to see. And now I've got all these different plans and all these things like nooks and crannies that I want to do. It's really, now I'm like, okay, let's get building the house, guys. So Mike's shoulder's not 100%. He's babying it for sure. But he's also doing whatever he can. So yes, because if not, then I'm out there yelling at him. Well, hello, Billy Lee. How are you? Hello, Wicked Awesome Gardening. How are you tonight?
Wicked Awesome Gardening.
That's wicked awesome. Mm-hmm. We are good, guys. All of us are here. Hello, everybody.
Oh, they're all there. That's awesome.
Marty, Madison, and Tracy.
I miss hanging out with Marty all the time. Oh.
So what you're saying is you would not live in a tiny house. Yes and no.
We did.
Well, no, like tiny house, like built on a flatbed. You know those ones that I showed you? I would, but I would definitely do one with the second floor.
I think she could. I'm not sure I could.
Yeah.
And which is weird because I've been able to adapt to almost everything that I've gone through in life. Like even sleeping in like a little 6 or 8 foot tent that was only like 3 foot tall when I was in the service. But I mean, and 2 people in there. But I just I got to this point now. It's like I need a little extra elbow room.
Right. Well, not only that, if we had the opportunity to build our tiny home, I would do it so that there'd be sections, right? So with this, everything's pretty much open concept. There's no privacy. There's no doors between like the bedroom and the living area. And we didn't set up the trailer. So, no. And I would definitely make it wider than 8 feet. Because I think on a tiny home, you can have it, I think up to 12 feet wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be on the same size bed, but you could do it wider if you build it a certain way. Because I've looked into it.
I see one problem with that whole idea of living in a tiny home. I would build additions.
Yeah, you would build like, here's my hut for this, here's my hut for that.
She'd be in here sleeping one day, and all of a sudden, like you heard screw gun going and hammering. You come
Yeah.
out, there'd be like a 12 by 12 addition going up. What's this? Oh, just lounging room.
Yeah, I don't know. He'd have a lot. Anything that you can build with like the goat barn, we built it right to size.
Yeah.
And then with your shed that we had on the other property, you built it to size, but you built it 2 stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That thing was tall.
So camping in southern Indiana, 72 Fahrenheit in December is not normal. Wow. Yeah, no, it's not. That sounds so great. I'm assuming for the house. I'm so now that the visual is there, I'm like, yes, I can. I want a tiny house. I'm tired of a big house. When we moved, how big was our house in town before we moved up to the country?
Our house was 1,500 square foot with 6 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
4 bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom. And then if you go into the basement, it was a fully completed basement, fully renovated with 2 bedrooms and a bath.
And then so when we moved to the cabin,
it was 350 square feet.
And that size was really good for me. The only thing that I think I would have wanted more of is because we didn't get a chance to build it. We didn't get a chance to set it up.
No.
And so there wasn't really any closets. There was one under the stairs and that was it. And then there was, I guess, upstairs, but that wasn't really a closet. It was more just a place to hang clothes, right?
Yeah.
But I like the fact that I need homes for things. And so we've discovered this big time since moving to the country. When I first moved up to the cabin, it was so hard for me because we didn't have our stuff. I'm kind of going through it again now, but because I went through this experience before, I know what to tell myself now. But I need homes for things and I need to know where things are, where things go. And so for the things that we have out, I kind of have set that up. But I just need organization and I don't have it. But instead of getting mad at it, I'm allowing myself to go through this whole process, right?
Now to fix that issue, because we had no place for our clothes really, we're incorporating the 12-foot section of the barn that's in front of our trailer. So we brought in dressers and everything else, and we've moved our clothes outside.
Yeah, our clothes are no longer in plastic bags.
I built a closet out there, so there's a place to hang clothes, and it's all kind of getting set up like a little extra room there.
Yep. It's pretty neat. And then we'll have extra eating space, and just even having the extra space out in the barn is good, right?
Yeah.
But my kids are gone.
Yeah, a big house after your kids leave. We felt the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just like empty nest.
Yeah.
Oh, Kurt's here.
Hey, Kurt.
CJ.
Oh, hey. Hi.
So he wants to know how your burn is doing.
It's doing good. Oddly enough, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there we go. This skin was burnt off right away, and then this skin, I put some gel on it that I had in a medical kit, and it did very well. I don't feel it at all. So, but it is a good burn. It is, you can tell it's hard. So I guess the gel stopped it from blistering. I'm assuming. I've never used it before.
The ointment?
No, the ointment I'm using now because I don't have any more of the gel stuff. But it was in a medical kit that we bought.
And it was 4 burns?
And it was 4 burns. Okay. And it's a gel. So as soon as I put it on, the stinging stopped. But yeah, I burnt it on the wood stove, filling it, because it's just, I can go like 5 years without ever hurting myself, maybe 2. And then when I do, all the stuff just goes wrong at once. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. Sean in Alaska, hello.
Welcome to Monday Night Live.
Oh, I was waiting for you to do that. You haven't done it yet. Tabitha, hello. How are you? Oh, Mr. Brody's here. All right, you got this?
Are the logs pre-drilled for wiring and such? Forgive me if this has been asked. Serious buffering and limited cell reception. No, it wasn't asked. I did kind of cover it a little bit, but Don't even worry about it. The logs just came, so they're squared, and then on the top and bottom they have like tongue and groove, right? So there's a double tongue on the top, and then there's a double groove on the bottom. So what we've had to do is we measured out and we bored holes to, certain points. We've anchored it to the sill plate, which is now anchored to the foundation, and we're using a router to route out a channel to run wire. And so all this is getting done, and that's why the first two courses take a couple days at least to get done. So
I'm just excited that it's getting. Have I said that
a
already?
little bit.
Well, we've been kind of dormant too for.
Yeah.
I think you need, even if you didn't injure your shoulder, you needed it because you, like, I was the person behind the scenes keeping a lot of stuff together, but you were the person doing a lot of the physical labor. And so I think your body, your mind, and your attitude, I mean soul, I think that it needed it.
Tell me what you really think.
No. 350 square feet would be nice. Yep.
You know what? And 350 square foot house with the 2 stories was nice enough for us. And we could have made that work. I would have liked one extra little area just for like a pantry type place or a laundry
pantry
room.
Was big because we had nowhere to put it
other
than our like 5 cupboards that we had.
Yeah.
We were at one time we were contemplating putting an addition on before moving here. We were contemplating putting an addition on for an extra mud room, storage room, laundry room, pantry, whatever it would have been. And then I think it would have been perfect as far as size wise. But the fact that we get to plan out our house, and I wonder if, I don't know if they're going to be able to see it though.
They're on the floor right there. They fell down.
No, I have, because we can share. I know Darren from Thor shared something the other day, so you can share a picture. And now I just got to figure out how to do it.
Oh, I can do that.
You can do it?
I can do that.
So do I go down here?
Careful.
Share right there.
Yes.
And then I will go slide share. Well, don't share screen yet.
Hang on. I'll figure this out. You keep talking for a second.
Here, I think he's what? Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
No, go to share. Shit, you're gonna.
Yeah.
Let's pull the picture up first, and then hold on, just 1 second.
I did this once before. I can't do this.
I was gonna say I don't know why.
I'm going up to the top. Like I can't minimize that. How do you do that stuff?
I don't know why. Screenshot. Let's open this up, and then we will go here. And do we share screen?
I can't remember how I did it.
Let's go. Sharing screen with 2 monitors. No. Share. Slide. You have no slides from your computer, maybe? I think it's share screen. Now I can't remember.
Wicked awesome gardening. I've been sitting in this live with the sound off, trying to get a 2-year-old to sleep. Oh, good luck.
I'm not sure.
Button down on the bottom.
Click share, then you click the option you want that it gives you. Can't do share screen, video file.
It's share screen.
Share screen. Okay.
Audio.
I'll just hit share screen because then we can unshare it, right? Google Chrome would like to record this computer's screen.
Hit okay.
Oh, no, you know what? It's going to open all these preferences.
Okay. I don't know. Anyways, I can figure it out after. I did it once before. So Mike, no screaming, you know what? I try not to.
We missed one up here. Did she just use the A word? What A word did I use?
I don't know.
What A word did I use? I'm already.
You know what? I even had that moment earlier where I was like, "Hey, I got a question for you," and you're like, "Okay, what's the question?" And I was like,
Yeah, he did. He forgot.
I don't know. I forgot what the question was.
Do lives?
Apparently, that was the question.
Yep. The question lies within the question itself. Do lives count as watch hours? Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Button down on the bottom. I just don't know how to share an image. It gives us the option of video file, share screen, and share slides. I have no slides from your computer. We'll just hit upload file. Oh, wait, here. It's not going to let us. It won't let us.
Why?
Look, I'm clicking on it.
It doesn't.
No.
Okay.
Not sure why. That's sure. Okay. We'll just, I will, anyways, it's a really cool layout.
I've done it before. I'll figure it out again. We'll do it next time.
Honey badgers. Hello, you and not I. That's cute. The option you want that it gives you, yeah.
I love that. That was good. I think that's the best greeting I've had back.
When she talks about our channel to other people, they got confused sometimes. So she started calling us you and not I.
That's awesome.
I'm like, that is awesome. Oh, I missed one. I just subbed today from the SYH Facebook group. Oh, that's so cool. I've already watched a couple videos and I'll run one of your playlists when I get home.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That I did. I checked out your channel because you were the first one to comment on that, and I did check out your channel too. And I think I'm pretty sure I hit the subscribe button because it's a gardening channel. Click share. Okay, I've been sitting in this live with the sound off, trying to get. You already read that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So no screaming, you know what?
I just realized this coming month is going to be fairly big too, because I wasn't able. All right, so I know I've talked about the electric and how I trenched and then it filled up with water and I couldn't unfill it with water because it keeps filling with water.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you told them that. I don't think you did.
Okay, so I trenched 100 feet.
We told them initially, but not where it's at now.
I trenched 100 feet and then it filled up with water overnight. So I emptied it with a pump and it filled up with water again overnight. I was like, well, we'll try it one more time to see if it's just runoff or if there's actually some water in there. So I emptied it and it filled up with water overnight. So I saw a trend. I says, okay, here's what we got to do. I got to go get some sand, but right now all the sand is frozen. So I'm going to go and see if I can't get it from the city because they use salt sand for the roads.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll use that. So I'll empty it out, put sand in, put the pipe in, and put sand on top, and then I'll turn off the pump.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll leave the ends open for the electric company. Mm-hmm. So that's not done yet. I got to get that done. However, in January, the company for our garage doors is supposed to get the steel. Therefore, we should get our garage doors on in January.
Yay.
Which will be awesome. And we're starting building the house. January is a big month.
Yes. Yes, it is. And it's a new year too.
Ooh.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
I use new year.
Here's the hope in 2022. It's about me and you.
Yeah.
See what I did there? Oh, hello. How are you tonight? Hello. How's your weather? I heard you've been in the negatives. Oh yes, last night was Celsius. Let's see what it is in Fahrenheit. Celsius, it was negative 14 or 16 last night.
No, it got down to negative 17.
Did it?
Yep. And then this morning I got up and I swear it was still negative 17. Mm-hmm. Now it's funny because I'll get out of bed, get everything rocking and rolling, and then I go out into the barn and put my coat on and stuff. I'm like, that's a bit chilly, but it's not bad. Mm-hmm. And then I step outside. You're like, okay.
Yeah, you can people walk in here and they're like, wow, I can't believe how much warmer it is in the barn compared to outside, because all we still have at the front is the tarps. right? But
Yeah.
the insulation made a huge dent.
Yeah, because we were gonna. I was gonna build 2 plug walls, one for each opening, garage door opening, and I only did it for one. And then I used vapor barrier on both sides of it, and then I was going to do it for the second one, but we kept moving stuff in, and so I was, well, it's kind of nice to have it open. So we just put up an insulated tarp over the front area, front entrance, and it's been doing pretty good. Thorhaven. Oh, I forgot I had 2 screens.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That'll do it.
So, negative 17, you said. Calculate. Negative 17 is...
You're still on there?
Yeah, I know. 1.4 Fahrenheit. But I just happened to check the weather because I was looking at what it was. And I can't believe the temperature that it's going to be, good-wise, especially for going into January. Like on Thursday, Friday, it's saying we're going to be at 0.
Really?
Yeah. That's crazy. So, and like tomorrow is -1. That's it. That's all. That's crazy.
It's been a really mild winter so far. Knock on wood.
Oh, knock on wood. I was gonna say something again and I forgot.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
To the comments.
To the comments. Yes. I forgot. Not sure how with that one. Attitude. That A word. Yes. For those that don't know, Mike is full of it. Attitude. That is, he can be. He can choose.
Full of awesomeness.
Yes, awesome. Yes, that's what we'll call it.
Yes, it's the proper A word. I think you mispronounced awesomeness. That's what it was.
That's apparently. How many hours left, guys? We are at 92. So we're at 91. You guys crept up real quick.
Wow.
That is awesome. Okay, now the race is on. That I'm so excited. We're both going to be there for New Year's, so that is pretty awesome. Now, do you guys have you lost hours from last year as well? Or I know you came in, I know you did a few videos, I think the year before. So in 2020, I think you did a few, but I think you started doing a lot more in 2021. So we're losing hours too. So
yeah.
Not that that's I'm so excited. That's awesome. We're going to both go into 2022 and be monetized. And again, it's never been the goal, but it is pretty awesome.
It's the goal now.
It is. Yeah. Well, we both don't have jobs, so I got to work at something, right? So that is awesome. So make sure you guys run his channel too. I mean, if you want. I don't want to tell you what to do.
Do it now.
Yes. It is. I'm so excited. Especially like once I put the call out there, so many people, like subscribers, friends, family, everybody just, it blew me out. I mean, I know Mike too, because I don't think you saw it happening. I think when I said I'm going to try to get monetized by the end of the year, you were like, how many hours do you need? I'm like, and then how many hours are you going to lose from last year too?
I was kind of like, yeah, good. That's great. It's good to set goals, honey.
Yeah.
Reach for the stars.
Yeah. You can do it. And so, but a lot of people were like, wait, you only need this many hours? Okay, I'm on it. I'm going to watch a playlist. And then some of you come in the last month or two. And so you've gotten and gone back and gotten to know us through older videos. And so, yeah, I'm excited for that. Or I was excited for that. I still am. And now you guys have totally brought us here. Little homestead by the beach. So Marilyn says, both of your channels have been running today. Now I will be for a few more days. That's awesome.
See? Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
I think, who was I talking to? I don't know. Somebody. But I'm like, it might have been you. I was like, I don't know. Because somebody had asked me, once you hit 4,000 hours, is that it? Like, are you monetized and that's it? No, you have to maintain 4,000 hours in a 12-month period. So if we go back down, then we have to, in order to get paid for that month, I think you still have to be at you do have to be at 4,000. So I know February and March we gained quite a few hours like soon it will be last year, but in 2021. And so now I'm trying to have a really good mindset about January, about trying to think of things like videos and topics and things like that. So Boots and Bounty, hello, hello.
Hey, welcome to Monday Night Live.
Lord, it was 72 Fahrenheit, 69 now. I wish. I wish. My sister just came up from Florida. I never got to see her this time.
Yeah. That's the problem with living 3 hours away from like everybody.
Well, I was gonna go see her during like the holidays, but then the day we had planned to go, we had an ice storm, and so we woke up and everything was coated in ice, and we're like, okay, we're not going to chance it. We'll see you tomorrow. And I didn't realize she was leaving so soon because I thought she was here for 2 weeks, but she wasn't. And so then we planned to meet up on Sunday, and then she called me and was like, yeah, there's weather coming, so we're actually leaving today. And so if you wanted to drive all the way out here, which it was 3 hours, if you wanted to drive all the way out here, we could visit for half an hour or an hour. But knowing my sister, she would have been too busy trying to organize her road trip back home. And so I was like, you know what? We'll wait for the summer when you can come back. I got to see her last month. So, yeah. So she's got the nice weather, was my whole point of that.
Yes.
Yeah. I know I tend to do that. It's sweater weather here in Okinawa. I don't want to hear that.
I remember thinking that when it was like December and I was there, and you go outside and you'd see people walking around in parkas, and I'm like in a t-shirt. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, and then you're there for a couple of years, and next thing you know, you're like, you got a sweater on, and you're like bundled up a little bit. You're like, it's kind of chilly.
Mike still wants to take me to Okinawa because when he served in the military, that's where he was stationed, was in Okinawa. No, Brody, go lie down. And I would love to go. I really would. The only thing I'd be nervous about is the long flight.
Oh, but you'd be nervous about the takeoff and the landing, and that'd be it. Long flight, you don't even really notice anything because it's just a big, big plane.
With the right medicine, no. I wouldn't notice it.
Enough whiskey and you don't mind anything.
I'll take 4 of whatever you're serving, please. I'll be knocked out for the night. Wicked Awesome Gardening needs 1,900 more. You know, it is totally attainable. And I just became familiar with your channel today. And so once I put my mind to it and started being more consistent, it really, really, like 1 month we needed 1,000. The next month, I think at the end of November, what did we need? I think we needed over 900 hours.
We did.
This month. And so, and now we're 91 away. It's crazy to me. We are so close. We can taste it. Does anybody know the rules, or if there is any, if you're a YouTuber? Because I can tell you guys are here. We were thinking, and it's not guaranteed, but we were thinking of ways to give back for a giveaway. And so I don't want it to be an insult because I'm very appreciative, but I was thinking of a way, because people helped us get monetized, taking the first paycheck, which I know it's not much, but it's something to get people involved. It's something to get them excited, donating the first amount of the paycheck to a subscriber. I think that would be a really cool idea. I just don't know the legalities of it all. And I know it's not much, but
there's a roundabout way we can do that, because like we can just get the paycheck or whatever, but just PayPal it out to somebody. There's ways around, right?
Yeah.
There's ways around that.
I thought it's a way to give back to subscribers. It's a way to say thank you. I just don't want it to be like, oh, I think you have to wait until your first paycheck becomes $100.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be like, oh, here's $5. Thanks. You know what I mean? But I think that would be a cool idea, and a way to get, everybody involved. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
The weird thing is like I know there's a lot of different channels that we watch, and they make a lot of different things.
Mhm.
But right now, the only thing we're able to make really is our house,
Mhm.
and I'm barely able to keep up with that. So, like, I've got tons of different projects that I want to get done and have and do for later on. Like, I make the apple pie, and there's other little knickknacks and stuff that I can make. There's little games that I can make out of wood.
Mhm.
There's tons of stuff.
I
But
know.
right now, it's like all I can do to try and, like, I just finished insulating the barn. And now it's time to go out and start splitting some
Yeah.
more wood because we need to get the wood stocked up again.
Yep.
So it's never ending right now. Anyways,
Yeah, we're trying to figure out who we are and what we want to be. I bet you'll have the last 91 in 2 to 3 days. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure we will. On top of everybody being so awesome, we also have a couple videos that usually get picked up. I think we mentioned this before, but they usually get picked up around this time, especially with snowfalls. So we have like plowing with an ATV that does, 2 of them do really, really well. What? I wish you guys could see. I don't know.
Turn the laptop.
Well, no, he moved.
He'll move.
Yeah. He will. Brody is just sitting here, had his chin. Let me see if I can get it. Are you the star of the show?
He's like, Mama, love me.
Mm-hmm. He wants my cookie. This one. He likes the shortbread. No.
So the 2-year-old is finally asleep,
Good.
so we can listen now.
No.
Come on. Comments.
I did.
Comments.
Okay. I can't. I don't know how much longer I can be married to you. I don't know. I'm at 1.8 hours. Marilyn, you're going to get there. You are totally going to get there. We don't start losing any hours until February, which really helped us. Yeah. Yep. Once you get that 1,000 hours, though, or 4,000 hours, and once you get monetized, I think that YouTube, as long as you stick with your rhythm, I think YouTube kind of picks you up a little bit more. I could be wrong, but I that's what I think.
Not just that, but our videos took off in December because they were all just like the plowing with the ATV videos and stuff. And so every December or November, that time,
December, yeah,
they start picking up and going out again.
Marty, hello. Mr. Marty's in the house.
Hey, Bubba.
Far North Home says, I've been binge watching y'all's videos and Thor's. Thank you.
Yeah, we even dropped in on a live the other night with Thor Haven and whose house or
Rem's. And then I just had it.
It was Amy?
Annie, I think it is. She has a homestead channel too.
Yeah.
And now I can't remember the name of her channel.
So we were in our first multi-channel live. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
And apparently our internet can handle it. So now I'm kind of wondering whether or not we could do it.
It's no less than usual.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we were still a bit blurry, but it's no less than what we're doing now. Watch time always goes up in the spring with homestead gardening channels, though, so you should hopefully maintain at least. Yes, that's what I heard too. And then it also kind of dampers off a little bit around November. My sister's flying up to AK this weekend, Arkansas, and staying in our rig for 10 days. We'll have even less space now. They're in a trailer as well in Alaska.
Yeah?
Yes. Yep.
Blankets.
Yeah. And lots of blankets. Like the sweater weather in Okinawa. Comment. We do. Go ahead.
We do a trade show in Vegas every January, and it's so funny, us Canadians in shorts and the locals in parkas. I know. It's the same thing happened for me every year over there, and I'm just like, what is going on? It's not even that cold.
I don't know about donating it to a subscriber. but maybe donating it to a charity that the subscriber selects. That's an idea. They can have the option.
That's an interesting idea.
Or raffling off gift cards or something. Um, about the giveaway, it's a nice thing, but we do it for you. No need to thank us for that. But I also wouldn't be here, or we wouldn't be here without people doing that. That's where we struggled with our giveaway the other week. How to make sure it really went to supporters. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yes. I did message you guys. We won one of Thor's giveaways, and so I got Bridget's tea towels. It's a beeswax wrap, so instead of plastic, which we're using for our cheese, and it's working awesome.
Yes.
Now that little wood sign, did you guys make that? Because that was pretty cool. And then also some maple candies. Those were really good too. What a sweet pup. Yes, he's one of the good guys.
Yes. He's the dog I always wanted, and he loves my wife more than me. Figures.
And he that totally, he chose me. I did not want another dog at the time because we had a townhouse, and I brought him in to take him from, or get him away from the person he was originally with. And I was like, all right, we can house him, we can help him and find a home. And then he chose me, and I was like, great.
You still didn't want to take him. You're like, oh, I really don't want another dog.
I didn't.
And as soon as I saw him, I'm like, nope, we're buying this dog.
Yeah.
I love that dog.
We had to give the lady money in order to keep him, which I was fine with because he had no life and he was only 4 months old. So
yeah. He had a rough start, but he's like one of the best.
Yes, he is. I'm monetized on TikTok, though. It's so different there. It is, because here I started doing TikTok and it started going somewhere. But especially with us not having jobs, I knew at the time, my whole journey started with YouTube. And that's where we wanted to post videos. I enjoy the editing part of it too. But you can't, from my knowledge, I haven't checked recently, you can't get monetized for TikTok here. And so, yeah, it started picking up. It started going somewhere. I had a couple videos that took off. I mean, not millions or nothing, but there was one that we had that had over 100,000 views. A lot of people subscribe or hit follow there. But I had to, because I am a person that can go 50 different directions, but I wanted to hone in on one. And so that's where I started focusing on YouTube. Now, if that ever gets somewhere or whatever, I might go back to TikTok one day, but I really wanted to focus on it so I wasn't everywhere and then getting depleted, right?
Mm-hmm. I've also seen some people with big channels on TikTok that just woke up and they were like gone.
Yeah, I've heard that too, but usually it's not necessarily a controversial channel, but it's usually like the one that I'm finding a lot, which is really, I get in one sense, but I don't understand in another, is a lot of herbalist. So they'll tell you, okay, here's some birch bark and this is what it's good for, and you can use it for this, 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 and this, and then they're getting banned because you're not supposed to give out medical information like that. So
that's so strange.
I know. I mean, it's pine needles and birch bark, and
they can't. They still can't tell you why willow bark works.
What do you mean?
It's aspirin.
I know what it is, but what do you mean?
They still can't tell you like why it works.
Oh, the reasons behind why it works?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I was looking it up the other day and I was like amazed at all the information, and they're like, yep, it's still unknown as to why it actually works, but it does.
Same with a lot of other things too, though. There's many times where I have gone the natural route and I'm like, I don't believe almost that it's not going to work. Like one time I had a congested chest and I think it was mustard powder. Now you have to be very careful with mustard powder, just like the herb that you buy in the grocery store, because it can burn. But I was feeling raw, almost like bronchitis was coming. And I did now I don't know what it's called.
Poultice?
A poultice, thank you. I did a poultice. How do you know that?
I live with you.
Yes. I did a poultice on my chest with some mustard powder and then flour so you don't burn yourself. Be very cautious. I'm not advocating to do it, but I'm just saying for me it worked, but always do your own research. Um, and within an hour or two, it was like my chest was normal. And so there's been many times where I've been like, wow, that's crazy. But back to basics, Annie. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think she pronounces it Annie.
Yeah, she was definitely French.
Yes.
Canadian? Up
French.
Quebec area?
Yeah, she was from the Quebec area. Back to basics homestead. Yep. Wool clothing gets us by here. Yes. We have a few wool items.
More to come.
Yep.
There's one wool. It's not even a parka. It's like one of those pullover things. I guess it's a parka, but it's I don't know. A rug is what I used to call it. We used to call it. I picked it up when I was like 19, and it's a wool rug. That's like that pullover with the big hood and everything like that. That has lasted me forever, and it's still warm. It's great to this day.
Yeah, you bought me a Mariano. Is it Mariano? Merino wool sweater just when you went to Michigan in September.
Mm-hmm.
I've already shrunk it and I didn't dry it. So now I got to re-wet it and figure it all out. But it's already like half the size and I never put it in the dryer. So I don't get what I did, but it's okay. I watched it today. I would love to be there with you, but was with my parents. It would be rude for them to watch. Yes. Always family first. When I hit my 4,000 hours, I'm giving away my extra pack of M.I. Gardner's 87-year-old giant crimson seeds. I know what you speak of because I got them too. I just got them in the mail. So now I'm not a pro gardener. And I had somebody correct me. I can't remember. It was on another live. And they said, giant crimson seeds aren't extinct. And I was like, yes, they are. They haven't been sold in mainstream anyways. Apparently some Amish people had them, but I don't know. Maybe she was thinking of the wrong tomato. Maybe M.I. Gardner has it wrong. But the whole point is 4 years ago, was it 3 or 4? You wouldn't know.
Yes.
M.I. Gardner bought a shadow box and it had 4 seed packets in it, and it was from a seed company that is no longer. And I think he got this off, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was Etsy. Anyways, there was still seeds left in it. And one of the seeds was a giant crimson tomato. And from all the research he's done, even from the research I done, they were extinct. So there you couldn't find seeds no longer of the giant crimson tomato. So he tried to germinate all the seeds from 4 different packets of different vegetables, and the tomato seeds germinated. And so for 3 or 4 years, I've been following the journey of him opening the box, to germinating the seeds, to growing the first tomatoes, to getting the first tomatoes and trying them. And so I followed this journey for 4 years. So even if they weren't extinct, I'm excited. Anyways, he made the seeds available to public. And so there was only so many. And I got my hands on 2 packs. And in each, there are 5 tomato seeds. So I'm going to be growing them this year and hopefully being part of bringing some extinct tomatoes back from the dead.
That's awesome.
So there, yeah. Yes, the logo we designed. Go ahead. I've been talking.
Yes, the logo we designed and had it put on those coasters. Didn't make it ourselves, but it would be great if we could.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're pretty neat.
I was looking at it and I had a couple ideas, and so there's a few things I want to do, and I'm gonna write it down, make a list of these things, because once this is actually a woodworking shop, it's going to be put to use. There's tons.
You've always wanted to do that, though.
Oh yes. Now I'll have the area and the resources to do it. So there's tons I'm going to get into. It's going to be awesome.
We may not have enough money to finish the house, but I'm sure glad we got the barn. I really am, though.
You know what, though? Even if we weren't able to furnish the house, I could build furniture.
Is that how you're gonna try? I don't.
That's gonna be
The race is on now.
The race is on.
Yeah. If things don't go up anymore, which that's why we're worried, because increases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll see. But you know what? At least we have a trailer and a barn to live in.
Now, thanks to my amazing researcher, we were able to insulate the barn for about $150.
The main floor.
The main floor, all the walls.
Yes.
But it's like, I gotta figure this out. I had the square footage at one point. It was insane.
Well, it's 40 by
24 by 40.
24 by 40.
But that's
that's 800. Hold on. That's like 960
per wall.
Calculator's right there.
There you go. So 40. Oh, what's going on? Hang on. I got this. So let's see, and then
what's your thought process going on? What are you doing?
So it's roughly 1,400 square foot of insulation I got done for $150.
Yes.
And we're probably between R16 and R30. I can't tell you exactly because it's not like you just went and bought a roll of this stuff, right? It's like end cuts, and it's rock wool, but it's condensed, so it's much more dense than regular rock wool I've used. And it's like 4 inches thick. So I would say it's better than any garage I've ever had. It's about as far as I can get.
You were hoping for R11.
I was hoping for R11, R12. And I mean, it was a crazy good deal. And I've passed it on to a few neighbors that we've met up here, and they're looking to do some things like that. And like, you're not stepping on anybody's toes.
No, you had to drive like an hour and a half. No, 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours there and 2 hours back.
Yep.
But even in gas, even if you spent like $80 in gas, that's still, or $100, it's still $250.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at, in some cases, like $2,600 to insulate the barn, and I'm blown away. I'm just blown away. So, tons of good deals out there. You just gotta find them.
And I keep saying this, but that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to redo the entire kitchen, and I want to bring character to it. I want to redo the cupboards and paint them, and I want to do a bunch of that stuff. And so I'm like, I'm the researcher right now,
You know what I still like the idea of is having an old well pump as your
sink.
That looks so cool.
I want that. I like, even as a side.
Yep.
Or in a corner of the sink. I want that. Just, if power goes out or whatever. Right? You still have a way to pump it in?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
That's not. It's just a fixture.
Okay, you're not allowed to have any woodworking in your shop.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Nope. No woodworking.
Okay, I will magic it.
YouTube has way more. Moving forward, YouTube has way more potential. It does. And you know what? I like the community a lot more here. There's connection here. Whereas on TikTok, I think there was one person that I kind of connected with, but that was it. And I'm sure maybe if I stuck around with it, it might have been. But Bridget does the TikTok, and I do most of the YouTube.
Okay.
TikTok has a ton of red tape and rules. They do. Wool pullover and anorak.
I've heard that word before. It is a wool pullover, and I know they came out in the mid '90s, mid to late '90s. There was a big, hippie era where I know I went through it, And so I was out skiing, and I was getting into skiing and snowboarding, and I bought this thing. I think it was expensive then, but I still have it to this day. It's just
Mhm.
it's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Anorak.
anorak.
I have to look that up.
Can't wash with warm or hot water. And see, I looked it up online, and it says to get it so that it's unshrunk, you have to use warm water. So I'm going to do a little bit more research because it's my favorite sweater. And right now it looks like it's for, like, I'd say my kids, but they're all grown too. So it looks like it's for a very small person. I'm so excited for me too. I'm very, very excited. I couldn't believe I was like fangirling. I was like, okay, I got to get in line to buy these seeds. And then something hit me. I'm like, when did I become that person? I'm okay with it. But I remember, like, when do you become a person that fangirls over seeds and you're like, okay, I need to sit, it's like the lineup for the new Apple phone or something like that. And I'm like, it's for seeds, but I've been following it for that long. So I'm very excited. I heard something like that too, but all of the web searching I've done hasn't turned up any info. Same here. Somebody even said that they can buy them in a grocery store in, I think it was New York. And I'm like, it was the same person that said they weren't extinct. And I'm like, so if they're mainstream in a grocery store and they're not extinct, why can't you find any information on them? Plus, if you go looking, it's not just Luke from Emma Gardner that is saying it. There's other people that are like, look what Luke has done. Like, there's clippings and articles and things like that. Look what he's done. He's rejuvenated, whatever the word is. And
Lends more credibility to
yeah,
his side of the story then.
yeah. So I mean, and if you think about it too, it's not like if they did come from the Amish, it's not like they're going to post it on the internet, right?
That's true.
So they very well could have seeds because they are known for keeping things from, a long time ago. So they very well could have them. I don't see anything online, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. From what I can tell, they're at the very least not commercially available for over 45 years. Yep, that's what I found too. That is so cool. It is. I can't wait because once I have more seeds, I want to share them out. I want to pass them out and say grow it because they're a good tomato. They're good for sandwiches and they're good for canning too. They're a meaty tomato with not a lot of seeds, but I'm excited to share. Me too. Me too.
Out of the entire pack, he only got one seed to germinate and grow. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. And then he's been able to plant and make more seeds.
Yeah, there was a lot of with all the other seeds. So there was a turnip. I think he definitely got more than one to germinate, but to grow, I think he only got one.
Really?
Yeah. And so, yeah, because I went and rewatched the video and he had quite a few that germinated. I think it was about 10, if I'm not mistaken, but they didn't all take. And so ever since then, he's grown them, saved seeds, and then he made it available for people, which is really neat.
Wow. Mm-hmm. When we milled the logs for our greenhouse, we milled some large 2-inch thick live edge planks and some 4x4s to make a new dining room table with, still outside drying. Oh, that's awesome. That's one of my top wishes to do. I want to make like a harvest table, old school harvest table, and I've got like crazy cool designs I want to do for the actual base of it. Yes, that right there.
Yep. Hello, Austin.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
So close to that goal. Congratulations. Thank you.
You had some crazy good Christmas pictures there, bud. I love the family. You guys are looking good.
Yes. I saw them too. I can't believe the baby's like just over 2 months old now.
I know.
And I'm like, wait, like what? Did they just have that baby? Hello, Plowmans.
Hey.
Just popping in for a few moments. We'll sit down and stay a while.
Welcome.
Not like I won't see you tomorrow. I'm going over to Kendra's from Plowman's Backyard. I'm going over to her house tomorrow because I'm finally...
You're going to do what?
Wait, I'm going to
You're gonna do what?
achieve a goal that I set out to do in 2021. And just as per usual for Angie, I'm leaving it right till the last minute. But tomorrow, 3 days before 2022, I'm going to pressure can for the first time. And I'm both super excited and scared at the same time.
Which is one of the reasons we had to start organizing today, and I brought in the shelf. It's because I went out there on a mission. I was sent to get what?
Canning jars, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Wicked, awesome gardening.
I'm so that girl, like, oh, I'm going to get seeds. I don't know about you, but
Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
But our internet is horrible tonight. Yes, ours was, and that I thought it was my computer though because it needs an update. So I don't know, but yes, it was. I was like, did I set an alarm on my phone to buy seeds? Yep, I spent $1 a seed. Yep, am I nuts? Yep. Do I care? Nope. And neither did I. Mike was like, how much were they? And I'm like, $5. He's like, how many seeds do you get? And I'm like, 5. but I also didn't spend the money because I received a gift card from a very special person. So for Am I Gardener. And I don't know if they want me to say so who it is. So I will just leave it at that until I can get confirmation whether I can say. I am looking for idle tomato seeds that Richard Perkins in Sweden grows. Any ideas? Is that ILDL or DE? I don't know. That would. I don't know. I don't.
But I bet you she can find out.
All right, I'm a researcher. Is that the proper spelling? Is it ILDE tomatoes?
We'll have to see. Wicked Awesome Gardening says, I stand corrected. Yes, more germinated, but only one actually grew for him. Which, you know, it makes the whole story even more intense.
And, yeah, 100%. And you would think these things are like huge. From what I remember, they're not pretty big. You know, they're like a good sized tomato, but they don't remind me of a big sandwich tomato, but their name giant comes in.
I believe the big sandwich tomatoes are all like they originally were GMO. They were genetically modified. There's a few. I don't know. I have to look into a few things because I heard some stories about how even bananas in the wild are only little tiny things and they're full of seeds. And so I don't know. There's all these different stories I got rattling in my head, but I've been preoccupied with actual work outside. So me and the interwebs have been estranged.
That's always good. Hey, Chris and Steph.
Hey, guys. Driving home from Kingston, but listening. Hope you guys are well and had a good Christmas.
We are as well as we can be.
Right is right, they say.
Yeah. I hope you guys are doing well as well.
Drive safe. I've heard that that there was supposed to be bad weather.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday?
No, it was today. Is today Sunday? No, it's Monday. Oh my gosh, Monday Night Live.
I didn't even catch on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? No, that was yesterday. That's why my sister left to go home to Florida because it was supposed to be nasty along the southern corridor. So.
Okay, yeah. Down to the 402, they get really bad. Our internet is horrible also. I get maybe 3 words and then buffering for around 4 minutes. Me and you is at the 8 mark of the video.
No.
Oh, that's so bad.
You're such a trooper, Billy Lee. I probably would have gave up. Kingston. No, maybe you were right. I stand corrected, Mr. Urch.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you don't say.
Yeah, they grow quick. I got to run for now, but I just wanted to stop in and say hi. All right, buddy, you take it easy. Thank you for stopping in.
Yes. And take care. Yes. Oh, sorry, I was reading. Have a good night, Austin, Bailey, and kids.
Hickory Cross says no rain yet.
Good.
Um, yep, yep.
Wicked awesome and Billy Lee, hope you are well. Yes. Um, ours is doing the same. It's freezing after 2 to 3 words. That's crazy. I hopefully it's not ours and it's that's gonna sound bad. Hopefully it's not ours and it's just your guys's. Hopefully people with non-country internet. Although it's showing that I have look, connection is unstable.
But it always says that.
Yeah. Yeah. Took me 2 years to open the pressure canner box. I understand. Yes. I had a pressure canner and it was a Presto and I said I gave it away to somebody. And then I got an all-American canner, but I had that for like 3 years, never touched it other than for a water bath canner. But I wanted it I wanted an all-American canner. Right?
See, and I love you to death.
Okay.
But I see a stark difference between you and I. So you'll buy a pressure can or wanting to pressure can, and then you just have to get up the gumption to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? I need a backhoe. Have I driven a backhoe? Nope. Have I ever owned a backhoe? Nope. Do I know how to fix a backhoe? Nope. Buy a backhoe.
Mm-hmm. But do you want to know why I never pressure canned? Because I felt like I wanted somebody to hold my hand the very first time. Once I get going, I'll be fine. I will be fine. And now I'm seeing, because I just saw, I'm assuming Stephanie's message.
Yep.
Pressure canning is awesome. You will love it and never look back. It's a slippery slope to needing way more jars.
Oh.
So the one thing that I'm excited for is like we're gonna can potatoes for our first go, or for my first go, and yeah, we're gonna can potatoes, but it's very, very simple. So you don't have to, like when you're cooking jam, you have to cook the jam and then you have to make it and set it and then put it in jars. With potatoes, you wash them, you clean them. You know, you might have to parboil them or blanch them for a few minutes, throw them in a jar, can them, and they're done. That's what I'm like. So I could do that with corn and carrots and potatoes. And so it's a little bit more simple than, I'm still going to make all the other stuff because I like water bath canning as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I was afraid to open the canner and use it because I didn't know what I was doing. You've never pressure canned, like making jars of food. And so you've never pressure canned. I've never pressure canned. So I kind of wanted someone to go through it with me. And even though the person, Kendra, that I'm doing it with, she was a trooper and did it all on her own, but for the very first time. But I'm going to have her hold my hand.
Well, if I could, I'd take you to my dad's house.
I know. He's got an all-American canner waiting for me there too. So I'm going to have two, which they will both get used. Once I learn it, once I get something, I get it and I don't stop, which is going to be good for our garden.
Yes, and we have tons of jars ready and waiting.
Okay, so it is. Yes. So we had tons and tons of jars before we moved to the country because I was that person. But then when we moved up here, there was probably like 300 jars that were left here.
Just left.
And then when we went to go to Michigan 2-3 years ago now, we got gifted a whole bunch of jars because somebody was cleaning out a family member's house.
Yep.
And there was a bunch of jars there. So we got those. So I will look into, Jane, those tomatoes and see what I can find out. Are you in the States or what?
Or what?
Always needing more jars, yes. Always. He thinks I had a problem. I'm like, buddy, let me take you to some other people's houses.
You know, the last time I had a problem like that, it was when I was really, really heavy into D&D, and I had probably like $600 worth of books in 2000.
Wow.
Talk about intense. He had people throw huge money at him for the seeds and even threatened to steal it or burn his whole crop. What?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yep.
That's like Netflix worthy, man.
He
Oh,
got offered thousands of dollars to get the seeds so that that person can get it out. It's never been about the money for him, so he kept it affordable. And he wanted, because his whole mission is to, get people gardening, get unafraid of gardening if you are, give people knowledge, keeping it affordable. That was his dream. And so, and another thing I didn't know, I learned last week, is that he started gardening because of anxiety, and it helped him. And so he started as a teenager in his mom's basement, and to see where he is just, good for him. Good for him.
that is so cool.
Yeah. It was my pleasure. You were so helpful and encouraging. I hope you don't think I'm stalking you. Not at all. So the little homestead by the beach is Marilyn, and she was very, very nice to send me a gift card to Emma Gardner, because she knows how much I love their seeds. And it was a little thank you gift. So I thank you. And yeah, so thank you. Thank you. And it's going to go to good use, as you can see.
Absolutely.
So actually, I wanted to maybe send you a couple of those seeds as well, so you could have some too. So it doesn't say the zone. It says days to maturity 85. So if you would like a couple of those seeds, let me know.
I can't wait till we have the greenhouse up and running.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's going to be so nice.
Oh, Hickory Croft says we're coming through great on their phone.
Oh, okay.
5 devices going here. Clocking those hours. How do you see the updates? The dog is watching too. I'm sure Simba is going to love the animals in the videos. We will keep them going. 2021. Woo-hoo! Thank you.
Oh, God love yous.
How do we see the updates? So updates on hours. I can see how many views are going through, and that updates pretty much right away, like within the last hour. But as far as seeing how many hours, how close we are to monetization, they only do that once a day. And so tomorrow morning, I'll be able to see how close we are towards our hours.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I don't mean to I'm hoping, my goal. I'm usually not the person to say this, because I don't like attention, but my birthday is on the 30th. So my whole hope is that on my birthday, we get monetized. So that is in 3 days. So yes. I hope to wake up even on December 31st, because if December 31st, the hours show that there was monetization, like I know it came from the 30th. So,
I love seeing your smile.
Mike already got me my birthday gift, and so there in the YouTube group, there was somebody who posted, it's like a course that you can take, and it's for how to become, I think more so the whole goal of it is storytelling. And so there's so much that you can do, but for me, I have a hard time getting it out. And so making a story anyways, and that's kind of where I wanted always my videos to go. And again, same with pressure canning and a lot of other things. Once I get something, I get it. And so I want to learn how to be a better visual storyteller, because I understand it, but not everybody that listens to me necessarily understands it. And I have to remember that. And so I'm hoping with some, awesome techniques. So anyways, somebody shared it in our YouTube group, and I showed Mike. I'm like, I would love to get this. And he got it for my birthday. So I'm excited. Kurt says coming in fine on mine.
Awesome. Okay. So that's good.
I'm looking forward to the homestead meeting in May in Lanark. Oh, so you're in Ontario. Cool. Same here.
That'll be good. So if we can find it, then it'd be...
It's only an hour away from here.
Easy to get the seeds to her.
To who? Oh, if we do... Oh, I thought you meant if we do find the... See? I have a hard time sometimes, I just had a hair. Yes, and we're looking forward to it too, and I can't wait to meet everybody. So that'll be in the spring of next year.
Awesome.
I heard that you can do... Oh, my stomach. desktop view, but I on your phone so you can tag, but I still haven't figured it out. So I don't know who said that, but it was in somebody else's live. Hello, Drops family.
Hey, welcome to Monday Night Live. I have an All-American. I also bought a Carry electric pressure canner, so looking forward to using that for small batches.
Yeah, that would be awesome for small batches.
Yeah, it would.
You know how heavy the All-American canner is, right?
Okay, yeah, I know that.
And so if I had like 5 small jars that I wanted to do, instead of bringing that up to temperature, getting it out of storage, you can get the electric canner, set it and forget it kind of thing. Right?
Okay.
Our parents made us all learn to can as kids. Yes. I watched a lot of like my parents or my mom and my grandparents, they like to can. But when they were in that era of doing it, I think I was too little. I wouldn't have cared at that time, to be honest. We are so close to Franklin, Virginia, moonshine capital, that canning jars are a hot item. Prime price if you can find them. Wow.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I might have to get the barbecue out and actually make my batch over that.
Yeah. Canning buddies are very well. You can do it in here.
I know, but the humidity level gets all the way up in here.
You put the fan on.
All right, well, maybe I'll just have to get some stuff out and do it.
Canning buddies are very helpful. Moving on. Canning buddies are helpful. Looking forward to tomorrow. You are going to do just fine and will accomplish your goal. Yes, we will.
Here's the goals.
Yes. Yeah. 2021, I'm going to be a canning queen. Not really, but I'm going to at least get it out of the way. If we hadn't have moved, I would have done a lot more pressure canning. I was planning to. And back in last spring, my whole focus was, okay, I'm going to do a garden. We're going to can. And that's what I really wanted to do. And then we decided to up and move. And so that's what we didn't do.
But we will do.
We're going to, and you're going to learn it whether you like it or not. A boyfriend who is staying up late is helpful too. Those canning can take a long time. Yeah. That's so true. I've never heard of idle tomatoes. Me neither, but I will look into it. What state are we in? State of mind? I don't know these days. I just don't know.
What were you talking about?
What?
Kurt says, I remember that.
That was 8 minutes ago, so don't ask me.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
My in-laws are moving and gave me boxes upon boxes of jars, and I steady had a problem before that. No, you didn't.
I think what he's talking about is when we had all those, I had all those books back in 2000.
Oh, probably. That makes sense, yeah.
I went in on eBay and bought just a massive lot of them. Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah. Well, when I met you, you had a lot of books. And now, to be honest, I think I remember when we first started dating and when we first got married, you read a lot. I always saw a book in your hand.
Yeah.
And now I always see the phone in your hand as far as like when you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you should get back into books. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I think you really enjoyed that. I really do.
One of the things I plan on doing is kind of building a library upstairs.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I'm with you on wanting the All-American canner. I thought it was the safest. Do dry beans in case it doesn't work. I am in the GTA. Okay. We came from Oshawa when we first moved up here. So we're just in Eastern Ontario. So we left the Schwa to come here. That's part of what got me gardening too. There is something so soothing about getting your hands in the dirt, tending to your plants, and harvesting and eating good food. Yep. 100%. I love gardening. And if you knew me, 8 years ago, I couldn't grow a thing. And now I can grow as long as I put my mind to it.
Well, like 4 years ago, I couldn't build a thing. I mean, I could build shelves and, small stuff, and I can't wait to build that table.
Where are we going to put it, though?
We'll
You don't
figure
even
that out.
care.
We'll figure that out.
We'll
I'll
make it
build
the
it
harvest
first.
table for our beautiful garden. Oh, our back porch.
Yes.
Yes, a harvest table outside.
I can't wait to do that. That's going to be an awesome little area too.
I have my table that I want for the inside. It was my grandparents. And so I loved the fact that when our grandsons come over, they're sitting at their great-great-grandparents' table. And I love that. Yep. So it's all about the little things for me. I have this live going on my phone and on the TV at the house I'm babysitting. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, you're going to get there. I'll put you on a playlist while I sleep.
It's so cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's an awesome goal. We will be helping you reach that for sure. Thank you.
Oh, God love, yes.
At that speed, you'll have your hours by tomorrow. No, not till the 30th. No, I'm just kidding. I'm making some bread right now. I'll be right over.
You know what?
I love homemade bread. What?
I was thinking about it too, because you want me to redo your grandparents' table, right?
Yeah.
So there are some things I found on that have been misrepaired over the years, and I want to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to get into that and do some crazy good woodwork.
Yes, well, you can practice on other things first.
No, it will be perfect. I promise. Hickory Croft is home and have to unload a huge bunch of lumber. But if you're still on when we get in, we will be back. If not, have a great night. All right, thanks, Chris and Steph.
Yeah,
we should still be on though.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, I can't. That's crazy.
Oh wow!
It only feels like half an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been like half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what they got all their wood
from. Jana from Durham College.
Hi, Jana.
No, you remember she was the one that how you doing?
And the one that fake hit on me. Oh, that was so cool. She got me so good that time.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. So I go to pick up Anja at the college, and this girl comes out, and I'm just standing there kind of looking around, and she goes, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, I'm doing good. How about you? And she starts actually hitting on me. I'm like,
Jana came up to me and asked me, "Did you care?" And I'm like, "No, do it." I was around the corner watching.
Punked? Like this can't be real. Somebody hitting on me at this college. Like I'm looking around at these young guys walking by. I've been hitting the gym every day. I'm like, what the? Like the Rock just walked by me, and I'm like, me?
I know. I thought the same thing. I'm like, Jana, out of all the people here, why him? Why?
She was totally playing it up. She put her up to it.
No, Jana asked me if I cared, and I'm like, no, do it. I wish I had my phone out. I would have recorded it.
That would have been the best.
I miss the Durham College. Just got home from work. One more 12-hour day plus 3 hours drive home. Wow. You thought you had to drive home. And I should be done. Gotta go light the stove and get the house warmed up before bed. Well, hello, Mud Brooker. Mud Brooker.
You have a good night, buddy.
Yes.
I hope you get time to relax before you just can crash and do it again.
Mm-hmm. Have a great night, Hickory Croft. Supposedly after you vent the Carry electric canner, you can set the time and forget it. That's crazy.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna write that down because we will be going on hydro possibly. I mean, if we can find a non-river on the property.
Don't worry. I fix.
Yeah.
I fix. It's okay. I fix.
Carry electric. Canner.
And
I remember you buying all those D&D books. Yeah.
see,
Oh, so they were all D&D books? You had $600 in D&D books?
what part of that story did you miss?
All
there?
I heard was books.
No, I had $600 worth of just D&D books. On top of that, I also had my actual books, like Stephen King. I had
That's
R.A.
why
Salvatore.
Wait,
and
how didn't you clue in when I said I used to see a book in your hand all the
I just
time?
thought you were like rolling the chat along, like
No.
just having a good old
No.
conversation.
I am one of my own.
Okay. Yeah, no, I had actual like $600 worth of D&D book. Because back in those days,
And I don't want to hear nothing, honey.
back in those days, they had a book for every class. They had it was so much.
This is why I didn't hear the D&D part, because I'm already tuned out.
Adventure books, modules, like the Dungeon Master's guidebook. They had the Player's Guidebook. There was tons.
And here you are playing the game of life.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So
I had definitely have more fun at the other one.
Ilda, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna I want to say idle, but I know it's not idle. So it's Ilda tomatoes.
Yeah.
Produce 30 to 60 per vine. Yes, they are cherry size. Huh.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I have one cherry one. Two of them that I want to grow this year. One of them's orange. Well, they're both orange, and one of them I got seeds from a neighbor, and they are, I think, the best cherry tomato that I've ever tried. They are sweet, they are perfect, and they're you walk by them and you can't help but pick them. They're like, I crave them. And so I think I found seeds from My Gardener because the description fits. So I want to grow both to see if it's the same one, because we don't know the actual name to the tomato that I picked.
Maybe it's an Ildy.
Maybe. Are they orange?
I don't know.
Now I want to go get my seeds out. Oh, another thing too, for everybody that is in the chat, I did a video a couple videos ago about the seed challenge for 2022. Hickorycroft was one of the people who started this, and so I put out a wish list for seeds. And if you are looking for seeds and you're in Canada, then you can put a video out. You don't have to be in it. You can even just, make a wish list. Anyways, and people will come on and comment and say what they have available from your wish list, and you have to choose to give your address out. But so far I've got, I think, almost everything except two I haven't received them yet, but they will be coming. And so it's a seed exchange, and it's pretty cool. So I know Hickorycroft started a playlist, so you can see all the wish lists that are out there. If you want to partake in it, it's an awesome thing. It's a way to be frugal, and for the cost of a few envelopes, it's a way to get some of the seeds you want too. So you can check out my video, or you can go to Hickorycroft's channel, and under their playlist, they have a playlist of all the wish lists already set there.
They asked the same thing she already answered.
Oh.
Acquiring new skills is half the fun of this life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I kind of wonder if I should have been an engineer, but I'm too practical for being an engineer. Because I'm constantly like working out in my head how
He's in think mode.
All the time. Like the first thing I do is identify, okay, that's a problem. And then Angie keeps like, she'll get on me. She goes, don't be so negative. And I'm like, no, that's not how my brain's working. My brain identifies that needs to be fixed. And that's what I'm saying. That's going to be a problem.
But
I'm identifying the problems with fixing the problems. So I'm like figuring it out as I go. And I like reverse engineer everything and then figure it out. I'm like, okay, well, now I know every hitch along the way and I can figure it out. It's just, I don't know.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
It is a good skill to have, but you need to do it quicker. For example,
you say I'm slow.
No, I say your thought process is slow.
I'm slow-minded.
No. So when it came time to build our first chicken coop, he was so set on how do I make this perfect, because he never really built anything before. How do I make this perfect? And for 2 months, I had a frame. I got a call from the chicken company. You can have your chickens in 2 days. Is that okay? And or it was a store that we got them from. And so I was like, Mike, the chickens are coming in 2 days. And guess what got built in 2 days? But he stressed. It wasn't just like, oh, I'll get to it later. It wasn't that type of scenario. He literally stressed over this stupid chicken coop for 2 months. And then I was like, dude, I just want them to be able to live.
And then
that's all I want.
We moved up here and we threw together a goat barn in how fast?
Like a couple hours. Like he just knew. But it's hard to get him out of his head, and he's like that for a lot. It's fine. I love you, honey. I really do. It drove me nuts in the beginning, but then I learned how to accept all of you. And no, I did though.
Did you?
Yeah, and I'm sure you don't talk enough, and I talk too much, so it kind of works out. But I'll be like, you want a coffee? And nothing. He's thinking. And like, I'm already pouring my coffee. The kettle's boiled, and I'm like, do you want a coffee? So I've learned that I got to ask him before I start doing things, if I want an answer that's relatively quick.
Yes.
Yes. It's true.
I didn't disagree.
It's true. It's not a bad thing. It just, in the beginning, it drove me insane.
Yes.
Because I'm a very like, you want a coffee? Yep, okay. And I've already done the conversation in my head, right?
Not me. I stop and I think, do I want a coffee? Or am I hungry? Maybe I'm hungry. Maybe instead of a coffee, I'd like, some nachos. But if I have nachos, coffee doesn't go good with nachos. Maybe I should have a soda with it. Because, that goes good with nachos. But then I have to do this. And then like, you know what? Yeah, I'll have a coffee.
But he says none of that out loud. Nope. He doesn't even, I'm like, you need to learn to say, hold on, let me think about it.
If I say all that out loud, people think I'm nuts.
But I'm your wife, and I already think you're nuts. And you think I'm crazy.
I like that about you. Because every day's different.
It is.
Okay, we're like 10 minutes behind.
That's okay.
Is it okay?
It's all right.
Okay.
I'm always learning. Yep. So true, Wicked. Always learning. Yep. Did I already read this one? I don't know. Hi, Donna. I don't know if I read this. Don't be sorry. I've got to go, but I'll keep you streaming.
Oh, what? Thank you.
Steaming. I'll keep you steaming. Streaming. I meant streaming. I guess Jana likes them simple. Jana from work. Oh, hello everyone. Did I hear about the Carry electric canner? Yes, Drop's family was talking about it, but he's probably already messaged you. Happy Moose. Hello. How are you tonight?
Happy Moose.
Neighbor.
Yep. Happy Moose.
I'm just letting you know. Yeah, I bought one and was gonna can some ham and bean soup with it, but we ate it all. My first live here. Good to catch you live. Well, thanks for stopping in.
Absolutely.
Between you and me, we would have to have had a truck to haul all those D&D books.
Yep. Yeah. And you know what? I used to spend hours and hours because I'd have all throughout my day, I'd have constant thoughts going on in my head and different movies that are going on in the back of my head. And I'd be like, oh, you know what? That would be an epic story to roll. And so I'd start writing down notes. And next thing you know, I'd have like 3 books filled with notes on what I want to do for stories and side stories and subplots, plots within plot.
I told him he needs to write something because he's a thinker, and you go through all the scenarios. I have a hard time putting out that vision that I think in my head. I have a hard time describing it out loud. I'm working on it in my videos, not so much the last couple of weeks, but I started to, and I want to grow that. You naturally have that ability, and you go into detail, and I think you need to write. I think you do.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see one day.
We'll see.
Now you just got to stop thinking about it and just do it.
I don't know. My favorite story that I wrote was with the guys that I currently play with, and I was able to take one current storyline and incorporate things that I had heard and read about in different books, and wove this whole big tale centered around their characters, and their characters became the prime heroes of the entire world, because I like put the world on a brink of crisis. It was epic. I loved it. And I half the time I didn't know what was going to happen, because I'd weave the story a little bit and let them play out something, and then branch off of their decisions, and it just became this epic tale. It's so cool.
So of the tomatoes that I got ADD here, that's who I am.
Because they asked if it's sun gold cherry tomato.
I have the golden cherry tomato. That's the one I saved from a neighbor. So that's what it was. I named it. Was the golden cherry tomato. This one would be a great one for Thor to do. It's a 42-day tomato. And so the one I'm going to try from M.I. Gardner is the orange currant tomato. So I'm wondering if it is the same one that I saved seeds from the neighbor. So we'll see. But yeah, it's the, what did I say, the orange currant? Did I say that? Yeah.
I think so. Yep.
Orange currant. But yeah.
All right.
Tomato seeds.
Some potatoes.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Scroll
potatoes.
the other way. Yeah. Oh. I missed that. Donna says I missed that video. I have a ton of seeds. Yeah, it's I think I named it what did I name it? 2022 Canadian Seed Challenge 2022.
And Drop says, I got a hungry teenager around the house, made beef and barley vegetable soup today. Nice. Soup sounds so good. I'm kind of hungry now.
Yes.
I love the sun gold cherry tomato.
Is that the one that Pam grew and like they're really sweet and they're really good? Because if so, I gotta write it on if that's the name of it.
And by the way, I'm not sick. I finished insulating, and I swear that stuff just got down in not just my lungs, but my throat and everything. So I've been drinking water nonstop, trying to wash my system out, and I've been coughing for like 3 or 4 days since then. Talking about seeds exchange, do you want some of my zinnias and beans? I did not see if you wanted some or not.
Oh, that was for Hickory Croft.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Wonderful. I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, too hot. Wow.
Yeah, I'm great. I picked this name. I have no idea. I like it. Oh, it's
Happy Moose.
It's Happy Moose. I like it.
It's Happy Moose Hour.
Okay.
Okay, Mike.
Mike need to write some YouTube stories for Ange to video. Just think of the goats as the heroes. No, they're like the anti-heroes, because I let them. Okay, so the other day I go out and I feed the animals.
See, you got them started.
I let the chickens out, and I'm feeding the chickens. And I have to feed the chickens first, and then go over to the goats, because if I feed the goats and let the goats out, they'll finish quick. And by the time I'm over there still feeding the chickens, they'll come over and start eating the chicken feed. So the goats are like the anti-heroes. So anyways, I end up going over to the goats. I feed the goats and I let them out. So, oh, you're getting stuck in here. We're going to let you out today. Let you come out a little bit. So they get them out. And what do? They beeline right over to my trench, and the caution tape I had hooked from the telephone pole or the hydro pole down to the barn, they start chewing it and eating it. I'm like, I need that still. I gotta still put that in the ground. Can't do that. But no, they're over there just.
See, I just defined what my problem is with storytelling.
What?
You know, all I saw, the goats got out and started eating the red tape.
Yeah, I know, but I made a whole story out of it.
I know, but that's where I need help. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, no one's gonna want to see that.
And then here you have this like
42
cripple
day.
chasing goats around the yard, like, oh, my shoulder's hurting, I can't run. Slipping and sliding, and the goats are just like running off with tape hanging out of their mouths. Yeah.
And Thor, it's a 42 day, not 48, so even better. Golden cherry is one of my faves. Huh. Hey, drops. Oh, look at that. We are all caught up. Merry Christmas. How are things faring in the pole barn? It's going great in the pole barn.
Yes. Oh, so it's like, I don't know. I think I get up in the morning and it's between 10 and 15 degrees in the pole barn. And I go outside and it's like minus 17.
Yeah.
And I get scared and I come back inside like the groundhog seeing a shadow. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But no, it's been nice. I finally got it all insulated and I got the vapor barrier all up.
Just a couple more things to finish it off.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not till spring, though.
No, because I mean, upstairs still is undone, untouched. So I need to go up there and insulate the rafters and get that all squared away and get the walls all done up there. Once I get that ready, then it will be a proper bunky, overflow type place. So there's tons of stuff still to do. But that's like can be put off to later because we're starting the house.
Yay! Am I excited? Did I say I was? I'm just kidding.
I don't think you said you were excited.
No, I'm excited.
Are you excited?
What do you think I'm excited for the most?
Kitchen.
Yeah. No. I can't wait to put in the bedroom upstairs that I'm not going to use. I can't wait for that.
We will when the babies come up. When the boys are like,
I can't wait because I want to create like a cool room for them. Yes. Done insulation. Yes. And that was Gord was so excited to see what the temperature difference will be once the whole pole barn was insulated. And so he kept, he'd pop over and he'd be like, when are you going to get it done, Mike? Mike, you got to get the insulation done. Mike, insulation. So Mike got the insulation done. And so now, yes, it's done. Anyways. So awesome. Your head looks fine, kiddo. Feeling all right? There's still a little bit of a bump. And yeah, there's still a little bit of a bump, but the swelling's gone down for the most part. And I don't know why I point on the camera because it's like, this is not the side, it's over here. But I was like, wait, because it's reversed. But it's over here. There's still a little bit of a hard bump right here. And the doctor thought that it was like, it felt like a bony growth. So they wanted to take an ultrasound. However,
the ultrasound tech was gone.
And then they haven't called me back. So they must be busy or they forgot about me. Either way, as long as it's not doing anything, then I'm not going to pursue it. But it was like, it did go quite far. It even spread a little bit more than what the video showed after. And so it was to a point where I was like, I could barely open my eye. And so it's like, you might want to keep an eye on it for me, Mike, because he sees me more than I look in the mirror. And it never went past that. And then the swelling went away. But yeah, like I said, the hard lump is still there. So we'll see. If they call me back, I'll go get an ultrasound. But all right, guys, past our bedtime and haven't even jumped in the hot tub yet. Have an amazing night, everyone. Have a good night, Thor, and congratulations on almost monetization. You will get there.
Right behind us. Because we're going to win.
No. just for that, I hope they reach
I'm
it first.
I'm competitive. I have lots of love in my heart, but I'm very competitive.
Right? Gonna be like -22 on Friday, so we'll have to put out the heat lamp for the chickens this week. Oh, that's a chilly. Did you lock the chicken door tonight?
I did. I think the latch was frozen open.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd shut the door and I'd think it was latched because it's out and it's dark and stuff. And I'd get up in the morning and the chickens were all out. So I'm pretty sure Turk was just like, you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin booting that door open every morning, like, "Rah! Here I come." I'm like, oh, okay.
Hello, Leanne. How are you?
Hey, gotta love centralized healthcare. I'm so sorry this all happened to you. I have kept you in my prayers. Your positivity and resilience is inspirational.
Oh, well, thank you.
What?
You just gotta like, I, yeah.
She's just lost for words. Just, it's amazing.
I have a very hard time taking compliments, and so thank you.
Every time I give her a compliment, she gives me
Like a smart aleck.
yeah, a sarcastic response.
Yeah.
So,
like, oh, tonight.
and you wonder why I am the way I am.
You know, you just got, for me, in my heart, I got to keep putting one foot in front of the other as best as I can, and that's it. That's all. And so, unless I'm incapable of getting up and doing stuff, then I mean, the only reason I was worried about it was because of my foot and the experience I had with that. And then actually, when I lived in the cabin, I never put this part in video, but I got cellulitis in my eye, like on my eyelid, but the opposite eye of where the bump is. This was like 2 years ago. And so just because I don't know why, but they say once you get cellulitis, you tend to get it, it reoccurs. And so with stuff like that, like if that had been on my hand, I would have been like, you know, whatever, I'll just put some salve or something on it. But because it was like where it was so close to my head and eyes and brain, that was the only reason I felt like I should go in. And then my sister, she didn't help the matter at all. I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, do you see that? And she's like, yeah. My sister walked by and she's like, what's that on your head? And then she comes in and she's like, oh, Ange. She goes, no, you need to go to the hospital right now. Dr. Pimple Popper won't even touch that area. That's the triangle of death. You need to go. And I'm like, Jen, it's not that bad. She goes, I don't even want to see you unless you go to the doctor. And so I tried going to a walk-in clinic, get to the walk-in clinic. They're like, yeah, we shut down, because it was in a pharmacy. They're like, yeah, no, they shut down a while ago and there's no walk-in clinics like within an hour of here. So they're like, if you need to see a doctor, your best bet's to go to the hospital. So I was like, okay. So I went to the hospital and I said to Mike, because we had the cats with us still and we had groceries that we had done. And so I said to Mike, I was like, we'll see how busy it is. If it's busy, I'm not even going to bother overwhelming the system. You know, I won't make you wait, whatever. We'll just go. And I get in there and I ask the security guard and he's like, nope, you're the only one here. So I was like, okay, I'm Mike. I'm staying. I'm the only one here. But yeah, so there was a few people in the actual area where patients were, but it wasn't busy. And so I decided to stay. I'm so glad I'm not in Canada. Here it's below zero.
It's below zero in
Celsius.
Celsius.
Yeah.
So I got it on my phone.
But I heard it was supposed to get like really, really cold somewhere. I don't think it's here though. Because I just saw the temperatures and next week we're going to be at 0, which is 32 for January. Like what?
Okay, so right now it is 14 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. So it's not that bad.
And it's supposed to at 2 a.m. be 18 degrees. So yeah, it's
yeah.
It hasn't been that cold.
What's the date for that one? That's so next Thursday and Friday, or this Thursday and Friday. It's supposed to be 32.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be 0 Celsius.
So it hasn't been that cold. Like it gets cold.
On the door.
Well, I would, but it's like it's a raised chicken coop, so it's up on stilts, and I built a ramp, so I'd have to have like I don't know. I have like one of the latches on it, so he just like it's got the arm and he just latches, and so it was pretty simple, but
Do you think it was a bug bite? Did it sting or burn? No, I looked everywhere because that was one of my first thoughts. The only thing that set me off, other than the swelling in location, was it was a hard lump. And so I still have, like, in this area, right, I don't know if it's going to show up, like right here, it still feels like bone. And so it's not as sensitive anymore. I'm not touching it anymore, really, because I don't want it to spread or swell or whatever again.
Yeah.
But that's what concerned me. And how I found it, I didn't even see it at first. I was sitting like this and I was like, oh, and I went like this and I was like, what on God's green earth is that? And so I went to the bathroom right away, and all I could feel was like the hard lump. I keep touching this side because I'm looking at myself in the camera, but it's this side. And so it was, yeah, I was like, that's weird. It's not, I didn't hit my head. I don't know what it was. So as long as it stays where it's at and nothing else goes on, I'll just wait until I see my family doctor if it's still there or something. Oh, sweeties, how are you guys doing? Hope you had a great Christmas. Lots of great things coming your way, and we have lots of great things coming your way too.
We hope you had a great Christmas.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't celebrate Christmas anymore, so I hope everybody else, whoever celebrates, I hope they had a great Christmas too. I'm sorry, I'm assuming you gave an update on your head already. Just in the chat, just in this live.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done a video or anything on it. But yeah, no, just in this live we have. Wait, what?
And there are lots of great things coming up this next month. We started, I don't know if you, because you're just getting here. So we started putting the first course of logs down for the log house, for the home house. So we're just like geeking out over that. But this next month, so in the next few weeks, I'm hoping to get the electric hooked up. We're going to continue with the logs. So we'll get the first course of logs, wired in and everything on the house, and then in January sometime we're supposed to get the garage doors, so that's going to be interesting too. What's going on? And
Gord says you're doing great, buddy. You're doing great. Well, he didn't say buddy, I added that, but if Gord was here he would say you're doing so great, buddy.
I'm hoping that I can get my shoulder rested enough that I can get back in the game again, because I think I jumped in too soon, and I'm hoping it's not like going to kick me out for a year or something now.
Nope, because you have Sergeant Angie behind you going, watch your arm, watch your shoulder. Don't you do that. I'll help you. We'll wait for that. Don't do that. I'm so I'm strict when I want to be, I can be. Just been out watering the orchard and feeding the cows. We have a nice mild 80 Fahrenheit at the moment, heading to 105. Well, you can take that 105 and be warm. Be very nice and warm. I'll take it. Okay, I'm off for a bit. Let me know if you ever need a hand with the build. Have a wonderful evening and a great New Year's Eve, everyone.
All right. Have a good night.
Looking forward to meeting you sometime soon. 105, shame on you, Gordon.
He is in Australia, though, Gord. It's kind of like that.
Kind of par for the course.
Right?
We just hit 700, too. We are so humbled and pleased. Yay!
Oh, congratulations. I like it. You're going to clap with you.
I
got your hand.
Yes, you did. It's my klutz month this month.
Oh,
see, this right here is exactly how I've discovered I had a hard bump on my head. I burned my hand.
Filling the wood stove. Like, really?
Yeah,
really?
It's not like, it's actually not that bad. I had a salve on it, but
no, it's a good burn.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt though, so that's good.
It was going so hot, it tore skin off your hand when you pulled your hand away. It's a good burn on.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's kind of cute though, because Mike's like, "Don't you do dishes?" Because I have to wash all the jars for tomorrow's pressure canning. He's like, "No, what are your hands doing in that sink?" I'm like, "Fine, if you want to do the dishes, that's okay.
I don't mind doing dishes.
I don't mind." But I'm like, it's so. This month is like, if Angie can stop being a klutz anytime now, it'd be okay.
Well, it's not just you. Like I was trying to get into the seat drawer thing, whatever, underneath the cushion seat, to get some onions. I think it was onions I was after, and
no, it was the rice cooker.
the rice cooker. So I'm lifting the seat up, trying to get in there, and what do? I knock over a full like 3 gallons of water that's in the Berkey, just smash all over. I'm like, oh come on.
Yep.
It
I
happens.
think we're done with trailer life. Kudos to you guys that do it on the regular, because I think I'm done.
Oh, we still got months to go, love.
I know.
Months.
But we go in phases where we're like, fine. And then we're like, I just want out of the trailer. And then we're like knocking stuff over, hitting stuff. You slipped the other day, almost fell. I burned my hand. I have the bump on my head. Your shoulder's out. We are the people that should not be living off grid or in the country. So if we can do it, this is why I say, I promise you can do it.
Yeah. Yes, we are never ever gloating. All we're ever doing is saying, look, if we can do this, there's no excuse. No excuses.
Well, there might be some. You never know people's
Fair
situation.
enough. Okay. Yeah, okay. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm out there and I can do it, like,
I know, if
you know you can do it.
You can do it.
For reals.
Doing good. Just go. Okay, that's not to us. No taking chances with anything that close to your brain or eyes. Good move. Please don't wait for them. Go back to make sure. Please. I will
You tell her, because she don't hardly listen to me. I keep trying. I drove her down there and had to wait there for her.
If I say I need to go to the hospital,
then like you're
wrong.
dying.
Yeah, something's wrong. Well, not necessarily dying, but something is wrong. And so if I'm like, should I go? Should I not go? Then I'm okay. And I just question, because I know what everybody else is going to say or think. But yeah, if I end up in the hospital, or even a doctor's office, I don't like going to doctors, never have. Nothing against them. I have a hard time articulating things. And so therefore I think that creates a barrier in my relationship with the doctor. But anyways,
take a can of WD-40, then get the latch loose. See, it wasn't. I know, but it was frozen and I didn't see, and so I fixed it today. I went out there and I broke the latch loose and got it going. It wasn't that it wasn't frozen because the metal rusted frozen. It was frozen because there was ice and water frozen.
Right.
So I broke it loose today because the second day they got out, and I'm like, no, it wasn't a fluke. I didn't leave it open. It wasn't me. Turk's like big old Turk just rolled out there like, hey, here I come.
For the love of Pete.
It's okay. You don't need that here. You got to spare.
Nasty cold temps coming for Northern Ontario next week, and it's going to stay like minus 20s. Wow, that's cold. I read it was like a newspaper article, but I didn't read the article. I just read the title. And it was negative 50 temps are coming, and I'm like, I don't know where, but
excuse me,
not here, somewhere in Canada, and it's breaking records.
None of it.
I hope so,
because I'll have none of it.
I know. So the doctors still don't know what it is. No, the doctor in the ER wasn't overly concerned with it at all. She just said, as long as you don't see double vision and all that other stuff, if the swelling or headache gets worse, then come back, obviously. And I just started putting ice on it. And then I put something, I can't remember what it was. It was an oil. And I put that on it, and it took down some of the inflammation. So yeah, Christmas is mostly for the kids. Yes. Can't wait to see the garage doors. I know. Me too. I think it'll complete it. Have a great night. Talk tomorrow. Good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama.
Yes. Let's see.
All right. Let's see.
You got that?
Whoops, 3 a.m. comes early on the
Oh.
East Coast. Big hugs to you both. Such a cool adventure you guys are on in this life. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, thank you.
3 a.m. does come early.
It does come early. And isn't it ahead there? Is it, what did they say, the East Coast? I think the East Coast is behind because the West Coast is ahead. Isn't it? Or is it the opposite? I can never remember.
East Coast is ahead. West Coast is behind.
Okay.
So where does the sun set?
I know this.
So it's later there.
Yes. Very true. Very good point. On that note, with me looking like a fool, I think that's a perfect time to end.
Hey, I have those moments on a daily basis. And you catch me all the time.
And you wonder why people thought I'd get lost in a forest.
All right, guys. I think it's about time too.
Yeah, we have. I have a big day tomorrow. Woohoo!
Yes, you do, and I've got stuff to do. So, all right.
East Coast is our time. Some of it, yes. New Brunswick. I know. What did you say again? West Coast is ahead.
Prepper 101 says, "I like behinds." It's like my dad. My dad always says that. How you feeling today, Dad? Oh, with my fingers.
No, I think that's a much better note to leave it on. Thank you all so much for coming and helping us achieve our goal. And as soon as we find out when we hit those hours, we will let you all know. And thank you so much for all your support. As always,
take care
and God bless.
Have a good night, guys.